Europe and Africa are unbelievably close. On the map, they almost look like they are touching each other. In fact, at one point, the distance between them is only about 13 kilometers. That is a very short gap between two continents. So this creates a big question. If the distance is so small, why is there still no bridge between Europe and Africa? The answer is much more surprising than most people think. This is not a simple place to build anything. It may look like a narrow gap of water, but it is actually one of the hardest places in the world to build a bridge. At first, it sounds easy. Humans have already built huge bridges across rivers, bays, and even parts of the sea. So many people wonder the same thing. Why have we still not built a bridge here? After all, connecting Europe and Africa sounds like an amazing idea. It seems like one of the most obvious projects in history. But the real situation is very different. In real life, this place is full of danger, difficulty, and cost. This place is called the Strait of Gibraltar. It lies between Spain in Europe and Morocco in Africa. On a map, it looks narrow and simple. But in the real world, building something permanent here is extremely difficult. Number 1. Depth. One of the biggest problems is how deep the water is. The distance may look short, but the sea below is much deeper than most people imagine. A bridge is not only about going from one side to the other, it also needs very strong foundations under the water. And when the seabed is deep and difficult, building those foundations becomes a huge engineering challenge. Number 2. Unstable ground. This region is also geologically unstable. Europe and Africa sit on different tectonic plates, and this area is where those plates meet and push against each other. That means the ground under the sea is not calm or simple. It is shaped by pressure, movement, and geological activity over time. Number 3. Weather and currents. The sea and the weather here create another big problem. The Strait of Gibraltar has strong winds and difficult currents. These conditions make construction much harder and more dangerous. Number 4. Heavy ship traffic. This is one of the busiest shipping routes in the world. Thousands of ships pass through this strait because it connects the Atlantic Ocean to the Mediterranean Sea. Number 5. The bridge would need to be enormous. It would have to be extremely tall, strong, and carefully designed for ships to pass safely below. Number 6. Cost. A bridge between Europe and Africa would be one of the most expensive construction projects ever attempted. Number 7. A tunnel may work better. That is why many experts think a tunnel makes more sense. It avoids the problem of ships passing underneath. So yes, Europe and Africa look very close, but this short distance is still one of the hardest places on Earth to connect. So yes, Europe and Africa may look incredibly close, but sometimes the shortest distance on a map turns out to be one of the hardest places on Earth to connect. And that is why even today there is still no bridge between the two continents.